Your ideas and energy mean so much to my family and me. Thank you to the Graña family, my good friend Julio Graña, for allowing us to use this wonderful space for this event. I want to say a special thank you as well to Priest Cantu, James Aldrete, Stephanie Macias, and Adrian Villafranca, which is the crew behind the scenes that has helped with the campaign and organizing the event. I want to say a special thank you to Berta Garza, my campaign treasurer, but more than that, a dear friend and trusted advisor. For those of you who may not know Berta, let me tell you a little bit about this most impressive woman. When you see Berta, one sees a mild-mannered, soft-spoken woman who treats everyone with respect. However, what most don't know and don't see at first glance, they soon learn that Berta is one of the most passionate and hardworking people you will ever meet. The thing is, she just lets her work do the talking. And believe me, she'll outwork anybody. When I was just setting out to run for office, she introduced me to one of her many groups, Women, Power, and Money, where I received further encouragement from a room full of smart, strong women. Berta, please know that I'm taking very careful notes on what it takes to be a leader. Thank you again, Berta, for being so generous with your time and the time you've taken with all the people you've helped mentor over the years, not just myself. I also want to thank Cecia Weish and Lucinda Wiley. Cecia Weish is a dear friend and mentor that has been a part of my life for over 10 years. It seems as though at every culminating stage of my life, high and low, he is there to share in the triumph or to bring me up when I let defeat get the better of me. Lucinda Wiley is also a very dear friend and sister in faith, reading, and writing. Lucy, as I now call her, introduced me to the wonderful world of fiction, creative writing, and God. She was the freshly minted college grad that taught me sophomore English at St. Joseph Academy. She taught me the importance of being myself and embracing my quirks. It is that same fearless attitude that has made me the strong, confident young lady you see today. Thank you. Finally, I must admit, I was having second thoughts about letting my brother speak and introduce me. And he kind of scared me when he said he was going to wing it, but I didn't allow that to stray me, and I figured he would behave and not say anything inappropriate as long as my parents were here. So, thank you. But most importantly, I knew my brother would do me proud. So a very special thank you to my brother. As you can tell, I am truly blessed to have such a loving family, and I hope everyone gets a sense that we take our obligations seriously. And that includes giving back to our community and showing our gratitude for the many blessings that have been bestowed upon us. So thank you again, Ricardo. And for those of you who don't know the rest of my family, allow me to introduce them. My parents, Carmen and Ricardo Portillo, my father, right over there, and my mother, way at the back, making sure everyone puts on a pin and grabs a push card, and my #1 cheerleader. I would like to thank my parents for being my proxies at several different events. As you know, the demands on a candidate at times can be ridiculous and even requiring me to be 2 places at once. And my parents are the ones that allow for those things to happen. So thank you, Mommy and Daddy, for all that you do for me. I would also like to introduce my sister, Carmen, whom I know as Pinky, and my brother-in-law, Casturo Valdez. And my sister-in-law, Denise Cano. She's a future sister-in-law, but I still call her my sister. I would also like to thank my uncle, Lupe Vega. I saw him somewhere in the crowd. And my cousin, Asael Rubalcaba, and my other cousin, Jaime Vega. So thank you to my family for being here. There's a common thread with the people you've heard from today. None of them fall into that trap that so many do, that to feel good about themselves, they have to tear others down, or tear down our city. They believe, as I do, that if you want to make a difference, you roll up your sleeves. You don't just complain, you get involved. I'm inspired by the famous quote of Teddy Roosevelt. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. I vividly remember hearing those lines for the first time when I was just 9 years old. My brother would recite them over and over and over again. You would think I would already have it memorized, but I don't. It was his mission to have that quote memorized before he graduated high school. I knew not the weight those words carried at that time, and I'm pretty sure my brother probably didn't know the full weight of what that quote meant. But that quote is given a new meaning today, and it continues to resonate at every important milestone in my life. Today, before family and friends, I am proud to say that I am officially entering the arena as a candidate for Brownsville City Commission District 3. And I am entering the arena not to tear down, but to build up. To build up opportunities for youth, to build up our neighborhoods, to build up economic development, to build up Brownsville. For those of you who don't know me as well, I'm not afraid of hard work, and I know how to get things done. I learned my work ethic from my parents, growing up in the family store that started on 14th Street. Encouraged by my parents, I applied that work ethic to my studies, where I finished my bachelor's and my master's at UTV, while working full-time and serving as editor for the Journal of South Texas English Studies. And I've since applied that work ethic to building my own business, while also making time to give back to my community through the Brownsville Junior Service League, through Care Buddies, and now as a new member of the Sunrise Rotary. And now I'm ready to apply that work ethic to the City Commission to build up Brownsville. Let me be clear that as an individual candidate for the City Commission who will have to work with everybody, I'm not running so much on an agenda, but rather a set of guiding principles. Guiding principle number 1, I will use my seat, my vote, and my voice to run Brownsville like a business. We need to live within our means. We need to protect our bond rating, and we need to plan for long-term growth. Guiding principle number 2, I will work to make economic development a real priority by continuing to leverage the resources we have, both at our municipally owned utility and airport, as well as the Port of Brownsville. Principle number 3, I will support efforts to beautify Brownsville, to both clean our city up and show it off. I applaud all those who help make the Belden Trail a reality. I support efforts to bring the Market Square and the whole downtown district back to life. I support the Resaca restoration and efforts to bring more walking trails and parks that not only add to our quality of life, but attract businesses and tourists as well. Principle number 4, some people say that education does not come under the purview of the City Commission. But I say, if we really believe in building Brownsville up, we all have to make education our responsibility. And I will look for ways to leverage our city libraries and encourage early literacy, as well as ways we can amplify the All In campaign spearheaded by United Way. The more we educate, the more we graduate, the better jobs we create and attract. The last principle that will guide me, but certainly not the least, is a belief that we can accomplish more when we stand together. I believe we need more communication on the commission and throughout the community. I believe we need to invite more people in and give them tools online to hold us accountable and as a vehicle to offer their ideas. And this campaign will be a reflection of that spirit. This will be a positive campaign, and it will be a team effort. And you are a critical part of that team. So pick up a sign, pick up some push cards, sign up to be a volunteer, join us on Facebook, contribute any way you can. This isn't about a city commission seat that one person fills. This is about a city that we all work to build up. Nosotros, los hispanos, tenemos que luchar para mejorar y aumentar nuestra representación. Como decía mi abuelita, hay que trabajar para merecer. Gracias.